Episode 797. A moment later, Shi Ji Yang led his team of 100 into the arena room. They'd expected Wolfhead Garlic to be fully armed and already on stage shouting for a fight, but when they arrived, his name wasn't even on the arena roster yet.
What's this guy up to now?
Shi Ji Yang had been nervous the whole way here. Now, seeing this scene and knowing Wolfhead Garlic as he did, he immediately felt that some new complication was about to arise.
Finally here.
Just as he was thinking that, Wolfhead Garlic spoke up.
Then let's begin.
Wolfhead Garlic continued, and then names appeared on the arena's list, not just one, but two. Wolfhead Garlic, Probing Claw Wolf.
You shameless.
Shi Ji Yang called out immediately. Of course, he also recognized the ID Tan Jiao Lang. He was the chief cleric of the wolf pack, no less skilled than Shi Ji Yang himself. Handsome Woody had actually asked earlier if the other side wanted to bring a cleric, but Garlic had dismissed it as some kind of scheme and mocked him for it. And now, right as they were about to step onto the field, the guy actually brought a cleric with him.
Don't worry, I won't fight 2 against 1. That would be a hollow victory, and frankly, no fun at all. What I mean is, send another one up. 2 versus 2.
Wolfhead Garlic said.
2 against 2?
Shi Ji Yang froze.
No need. I can handle it myself.
Invincible Most Handsome said, and with that, he was already on the list.
Let's begin.
You.
Shi Ji Yang figured there was no time to react. One click of the mouse, and the match was already queued. He wasn't even confident in a 1-on-1, let alone a 2-on-1. In his panic, he was genuinely afraid they'd start right then and there. Shi Ji Yang didn't have time to think it through. He quickly clicked his mouse and squeezed himself into the match list.
Hey, what are you doing here?
And now Invincible Handsome was actually complaining about it. Shi Ji Yang was at a complete loss for words. He had never seen anyone so ungrateful.
Good. 2-on-2 is as fair as it gets. Win or lose, I think no one will have any complaints now, right?
Wolfhead Garlic said as he spoke.
Whatever.
Invincible Handsome seemed almost regretful, but Joy Sheep felt a knot of tension in his stomach. He was sure Garlic Head Wolf had some scheme brewing, yet for the life of him, he couldn't figure out what it was. This Invincible Handsome guy, true to form, didn't say a word and just went up alone. Sure, 2 beating 1 isn't exactly something to brag about. But the thing is, Wolfhead Garlic had already figured out this logic himself. If he's still doing it now, he must have some kind of plan. Shi Ji Yang figured that going along with the other party's plan would only play into their hands, so the best way to disrupt it was to jump into the list herself.
Good. Let's begin.
Wolfhead Garlic had barely finished speaking when he clicked the button to start the match. The map selected was the player's most used arena, square, 4-sided, with 0 cover. Since it was 2 versus 2, the ring automatically scaled up in proportion to the number of fighters, widening out considerably compared to the cramped space of a 1-on-1 match.
What's his angle?
Shi Ji Yang was still mulling that over when the scene cut straight to the ring. The first man from Wolfhead Garlic charged straight at him. Both sides fielded a knight and a cleric. No question about it, the cleric was the primary target. Wolfhead Garlic entered the match without so much as a greeting, charging straight in to seize the initiative. But just as he stepped out, a shout rang out from behind him.
Damn it.
What?
Wolfhead Garlic was charging full tilt, not daring to look back, but when he glanced at the battlefield, he saw that of the 2 characters who should have been standing together, only Joy Sheep remained.
Could that guy have a faster charging pounce than me?
The moment that thought crossed Wolfhead Garlic Heart's mind, the figure had already closed in on Joy Sheep. Shi Ji Yang was spacing out too, completely failing to dodge. The charge caught him square on, and he went flying backward. Garlic Head quickly shifted his view, and sure enough, just as he'd expected, that unbeatable Most Handsome guy had charged straight for his cleric right from the start, and his execution was even faster. He had only just knocked Shi Jiyang flying with his charge when, over there, Tan Zhao Lang had already been cut down.
How did they manage that?
Wolfhead Garlic, seasoned veteran that he was, had already clocked the positions of Invincible Most Handsome and Clawing Wolf as he thought. That was already more than a charge could cover. Wolfhead Garlic, familiar with night equipment, knew that Invincible Most Handsome's current gear didn't include any skill that increased charge distance. After executing the basic skill, his position meant he'd taken an extra step toward their side after the initial charge. Combining that with the scene he'd glimpsed when turning his perspective, the moment Wolfhead Garlic had cut down the pouncing claw wolf, a sudden realization struck him.
Could it be that after charging, he used a small heroic leap? Heroic leap. Just that little hop. Pretty fast execution.
Wolfhead Garlic knew the trade well, and this was his own profession. Just that one small detail was enough for him to immediately tell who was superior. It just proved the saying that an expert sees the craft.
Not simple at all.
With that single move, Wolfhead Garlic had completely stopped underestimating Invincible Most Handsome. Shi Jiyang was now in his hands, but that Wudi Zui Jun Lang didn't even spare him a glance. He just kept chasing after Tan Zhao Lang to strike him down. Wolfhead Garlic turned around and strode off to rescue them. Shi Jiyang, left behind, was sobbing uncontrollably. "I'm a cleric, aren't I? So why don't I feel protected at all?" Wudi Zujunlang charged straight in without even glancing back when he got hit. Did he really think my presence was that unnecessary? But Shi Jiyang ultimately valued victory above all else. After tossing a minor heal on herself to recover from the charge damage, she was already on full alert, ready to back up Wudi Zujunlang. Wolfhead Garlic charged back at full speed, hurling a taunt mid-stride to force Invincible Most Handsome to stop attacking the cleric, Clawing Wolf. A flash of white light erupted from Invincible's body. He had activated Knight's spirit at that very moment,